Welcome to this guided Reiki meditation for self-compassion. If you like this meditation, don't forget to like and subscribe. So here we go. Sit or lie down comfortably and put your phone on silent mode. Take a few deep breaths and close your eyes if you want to, or keep them open, whatever feels best for you. Realize deeply that this is for you. The time you spend doing this guided Reiki meditation for self-compassion is a compassionate act that you do for yourself, but also for other people. Realize your intention. That intention is to connect with your fundamental self-compassion. The self-compassion that is your birthright. The self-compassion you need to see clearly in life. The self-compassion you need to act wisely. And of course, to feel compassion for yourself and other people and all living beings. Also, this is the self-compassion you need to heal whatever needs healing in you, and to go through whatever change is needed to do this healing. Because in self-compassion, a lot of great things can happen. A lot of healing can take place in you. So now, invite the openness to slow down, let go of your thinking and worrying, to release your doubts and fears, and receive compassion and healing, and the courage and openness to let them work on you. And now you're going for a walk. Visualize this. You're by the side of the road. It's just a normal road, a gravel road on the countryside somewhere. And you see fields around you. You feel a light breeze. The weather is mild. The sun is shining. And there is a forest a bit further away. So you're walking along this road a bit aimlessly with no particular direction, no particular purpose, and you realize that you're open for a new direction, maybe a new purpose, at least for a new discovery of some kind, for a healing discovery, for some kind of process. So you keep following the road, and now you see there is a small path leading into the forest, and you get a sudden urge to follow this small path. So you enter the forest. All is very silent in there and very peaceful. and you feel the dampness of the forest and the smell of the earth, and you realize the path you were following is suddenly gone, if there ever was one. But you keep going. You don't feel like going back, not just yet, because you come this far. You abandoned the predictable road out there and you entered a new one. So you continue. Because you also feel there is an openness in this forest, that this is a forest of possibilities. And the fact that there is no clear path, of course, means that anything is possible now. So you're walking through the forest in silence, just listening to the wind in the trees and feeling your feet against the ground, walking on the soft earth. And then, after a while, you enter a clearing in the forest. It's a circle with no trees and a small hill in the middle. And you go up the hill and you lie down in the grass. You suddenly see something growing out of your left foot, and you see there is a thread coming out of your left foot and another thread growing out of your right foot. And you realize these are grounding threads. And you watch them go into the ground below, and you watch them go all the way down to the middle of the earth. And there they wrap themselves around an enormous iron diamond to keep you grounded on the earth's surface. Now, with every in-breath you take, lying there, you fill yourself with grounding energy from the middle of the earth. It comes up through the threads to your feet. With each breath, the energy goes higher to your knees. The energy reaches your hips, continues up your belly and chest. And when it reaches your armpits, it flows down your arms, and it flows down to your hands, to your fingers, to your fingertips, and it continues up your neck to your head. And now that you're filled with the grounding energy from the earth, you start to breathe out all the old energy that is stored in your body and mind. With each out-breath, the old energy flows out through your body, towards your feet, out through your feet, along the grounding threads, down into the ground. This is where you let go of fears, blocks, doubts, limiting thoughts. It all washes down through your body, along the threads. Everything that is holding you back is flushed down along the threads, down into Mother Earth. Everything that is holding you back is now flushed through the threads, down into Mother Earth, where it belongs and where it is useful. And you lie down, watching it happen, watching this flow, this cleansing, feeling the old energy leaving you. And as you look up at the sky, there is a wonderful light beginning to shine down through the clouds directly towards you. This is not a normal light. This light comes from the third heaven, and the light shines all around you and flows into your body, filling you with warmth and feelings of safety and love. Now focus on letting go of whatever you need to reach a higher level of self-compassion. Maybe it's self-doubt. Maybe it's some kind of stress. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe you don't know. And that is totally fine too. Then just focus on your willingness to let it go, whatever it is. Set the intention and really feel the force of this intention, that you really want the change you need for more self-compassion. And now look directly into the light shining down upon you. Look into the light and mentally say yes to the light. Say mentally yes to the Reiki energy that is here and now with you, around you, supporting you. And now rest on the top of the hill, relax and receive the Reiki energy for a little while. If you feel that you want more energy, if you want it to be stronger, just say yes to that. For a small while, just stay there on the top of the hill, relax and receive, relax and receive. There is nothing you have to do. Now you get up and you go down the hill and you go further into the forest. There is a bridge over a creek, but it's not a normal bridge. It's a bridge of pure white light. This is the bridge of healing and change. You enter the bridge of healing and change, knowing that you are accepting change now, and the openness to let new things into your life, new paths, new ways, more self-compassion. And you stand at the bridge for a minute, looking down into the water below. The water is also full of white Reiki light. And you go down the other side of the bridge. And you go down the other side of the bridge. And you move on, knowing that you have passed some kind of boundary now. You left one part of the forest and entered another. You continue to walk, and suddenly you see a small cabin. It has a small door and a very small window. You try the door and it opens and you step in. And there is a small bed to the right and a small desk to the left. And on the desk there is a teacup. And yes, there is tea in the cup. And you can see the tea is very hot. You can see the steam rising in the air. And it smells wonderful, like nothing you ever smelled before. And as you look at the tea, it turns into white light. And you realize you very much want to drink this white light. It has been put there for you. This cup of white light has been put on the little table just for you. And you realize this is the cup of self-compassion that always has been there. All your life this cup has been standing here. You just didn't know it until now. You never found it until today. So now you lift the cup and you drink. You drink from the white light and you take a mouthful. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, inviting even more change and Reiki energy into your body, soul, and being, inviting more self-compassion and more light. And now you feel this light fill you up entirely. 3 mouthfuls of light, are filling up your whole body, and you feel it running through you into every cell, molecule and atom, until you are totally saturated with it. And you suddenly know you are this light, that this light is you. There is no difference. You are self-compassion, and self-compassion is you. You are the light, and the light is you. And you realize this is what you came for in this forest, to find the cabin and drink from this cup of self-compassion. So you stay there for a few seconds, feeling this light, feeling this energy opening up, and you're tuning in to what is. Tuning in to the space you cleared inside, tuning in to what can take its place, tuning in to all the possibilities you have now, all the potential you have now. And you look at the cup of self-compassion, and you see that it's still full of white light, as if you never drank from it. And you realize it can never be empty, because self-compassion, when it is real, true self-compassion, will never run out. It will always be there. And this cup will always be full. And now you realize it's time to go back to the road. So you leave the cabin and head back over the bridge, back to the clearing. And before you go back to the road, you climb up the hill one last time. And you lie down again in the tall grass and look at the sky, and suddenly you notice how your own light makes everything around you crystal clear. The leaves, the grasses, the little stones, the tree branches, and you know that you are all those things, and that all those things are you. Actually, there is no separate you anymore. You are everything. It's time to leave the forest. It's no problem for you, because you know that the forest and the cabin and the cup of self-compassion will always be there for you. You realize you can never leave them, because they are in you. You have been visiting a place deep inside yourself, deep inside the universe. So you get up and you start to walk through the forest back to the road. Knowing that by drinking from the cup of self-compassion, you invited change and healing, and that you are in good hands, and that you trust this process that you can't possibly understand, that is beyond your understanding, analyzing, thinking, wishing, and wanting. You leave all that behind you now. You leave it all behind you in that forest. The forest will take care of it, along with the dead leaves, the dead branches, along with everything else that will transform into new life. And so you reach the road. And you stay there for a minute and let it all soak in. What you just did. The healing journey you just completed. The openness you created. And now you're ready to move on. Life has to move on. It always does. But maybe now, with greater ease, more energy, more direction, and more self-compassion. Only you will know. And only in time, if not now. And so, slowly, you invite continued insight and clarity, inspiration and self-trust, and you thank yourself for doing this healing journey, and you thank Reiki for the energy that is here supporting you, and you bring your awareness back into the room you're in, the chair, sofa or bed you're resting in, and slowly you bring your consciousness to your eyes, and you take a few deep breaths and come fully back. And this concludes this guided Reiki meditation for self-compassion. If you want to share your experience or let me know what you think about it, please comment below. And please remember, you can always come back to the cup of self-compassion. It's always here for you, and it will always be full. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.